Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the fifth session of this Alumni Talk series. Now, I'll introduce today's speaker. He's Pavan. He's graduated in the year 2013. Now, he's working as UX designer at Innova Active. Over to you, Pavan.
Yeah, hello all. Firstly, I would like to thank the authorities who gave me this opportunity to speak to you guys. And it's been a long time since I have actually interacted with people from CMRTC. Uh, so, uh, so I prepared a PPT. So, yeah, I don't know if you guys like it or not, but I've been in the IT industry for 4 years. So if you are in IT, two things you cannot ignore. Two things you cannot ignore. One is income tax. The other is PPT. So I thought if I can come up with a PPT, I thought it would be helpful for you guys. And let's make this session more interactive. It's not like one way of interaction. So whoever having any questions or any queries, could be anything, like just stop me and ask me, because I would encourage you guys to question, you guys to think, and you guys to grow. So if you cannot question, if you cannot think, obviously will not be growing. So let's start. Uh, so I would like to present my PPT actually. Uh, is it okay, sir? Are you able to? Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yeah,
So yeah, so uh, so when I was asked to give this session, so I was mostly thinking like, what could I say? So I end up having this title. Of course, this has been adopted or the inspired from the autobiography of Mr. Gandhi. So yeah, so I would like to convey my experiences with truth, and it covers partly and it conveys straightly. So that's a tagline. So yeah, I would let's start with my experiences. So most of the guys, you must be thinking like, who am I? Uh, am I really eligible to give a session? Am I really eligible to actually take some part of your time and explain this? So let's see who I was before I joined college, or when I was passed out. So this is briefly about my marks. So don't think me I'm a great student or a studious student. So I was mostly an average student throughout my life. So if you can see my marks and my MSET rank, it's close to 2,000, 2 lakhs, 10,000 somewhere. And this was the past. And I passed out of engineering with 66.5 percentage. And obviously I'm not a studious student or the student who stands out of the crowd. And but what I am today, I would like to say. So this is what I'm today, till from 2013 to till date. So I bagged admission offers from IIT Hyderabad, SPA Delhi School of Planning and Architecture, New Delhi, and Triple IT Jabalpur and National Institute of Design, Ahmedabad. And I myself, I am graduated in Masters in Design from Indian Institute of Information Technology, Design and Manufacturing. So yeah, obviously one of the motivation factors for us in our life is the salary part. So my salary is like close to half of my MSET rank. My MSET rank was like 2,10,000. I'm more or less close to half of my MSET rank. So that's the salary I'm having now. So what I'm trying to tell is like, don't think about your past. Think about what you can do now. So just whatever your marks, your 10th or intermediate or engineering, of course you have to study, but knowledge is more important than marks. And many of our faculty says, even our professor says, he always wants us to gain the knowledge than getting the marks. So I also want to advocate the same thing. And yeah, and what made the difference? So one thing I want to tell in this particular session is like, I have seen the sessions given by some of the other folks. So they're mostly concentrating on the concrete technology labs, that labs is labs and how the faculty work, etc., etc. But yeah, so the faculty, I can talk about the faculty, but the most of the faculty that we had are not there now. So it's not that relevant to tell about the faculty except our HOD sir. And but I would cover briefly about the kind of support that I was given in this particular session. So what is the difference there? Like, I actually realized my potential. I actually realized my strengths and the weakness while I was studying at the college. As I told you guys before, like, I'm not a great student, but I was doing my things no in a good way. Like, I cannot say that I'm a bad student, but I was reasonably good. And that's how I wanted to be in my entire life. I want to be reasonably good. I don't want to be exceptional. And some of the subjects I did well. So for your information, I was a topper in strength of materials, and I used to teach. I used to assist the faculty at IIIT for engineering drawing, and some subjects which I really liked, I used to study them. And irrespective of the faculty, irrespective of the marks, irrespective of the grade. And what I could say is, if you really like some subject, just go deeper and deeper. It's not like, of course, in engineering, I think we have close to 40 subjects for 4 years. Of course, we are not able to having the same kind of interest in all the subjects. But if you like something, just go as mad as you can and excel in that. It's not like when you go for a job interview. It's not like if you go for a job interview of a geotech or the structures. Obviously, they wouldn't expect the expertise from you from the field of MEFA or per se any other or a concrete technology. But if you have a good knowledge, that is fine. So that's what I did. Like, I realized what is my interest. My interest was more into the drawing, engineering drawing, and and that time the faculty was kind of they were not seeing me as uh, they were good, but kind of in a way that they did not much focus on the engineering drawing much. But I myself gone beyond that, what the questions are, and explored what is engineering drawing and how it can be useful. And for an instance, I can tell one example. So I kind of realized myself the importance of engineering drawing from the Farmville of Facebook. So that time, the Facebook has this game called Farmville, so which is completely designed on isometric view. So most of you guys, or maybe your friends, might be thinking that, hey, I'm a CSE person. Why would I need engineering drawing? Even the civil engineers may think like, hey, I want to get into geotech. Why would I need? But at any point of time, whatever you learn deeply will be useful at some point of time. So that's what I realized. Like, and I realized drawing is something my thing. And within the course of 4 years of time, I realize my strengths and weaknesses. And most of my friends are my classmates are exceptionally good at their studies, their academics. I'm kind of average, but I realized my potential within the 4 years of time, and that leads me to where I am now. And that is how the college helps you. College is not like it teaches you everything consciously, but subconsciously you will also learn many things. Like you know the importance of friendship, you will also know the importance of faculty, and importance of the studies, or importance of the time that you spend, the most important time, the most wonderful time that I've spent in last 20 years is at CMRTC. I got a wonderful friends, and I want to tell something: study and also enjoy and be with your friends. Once you pass out, you're never gonna meet them again in your life. Though if you're meeting them, I don't think that you will be having the same kind of the, the rapport with your friends. So enjoy this time in studying and realizing your strengths and the weaknesses. So then other section, coming to the faculty. So yeah, so I don't know how many of you guys have been sharing the same faculty, but I would like to mention one of the faculty persons. I don't know if he's hearing my voice or not. That is this person. Uh, Literally, like my day is completely packed on a weekdays, but I took time and prepare the PPT over the weekends because of the one single reason is that I want to really thankful to this particular person who who supported me and encouraged me to pursue my own interest. He knows that civil is something not my cup of tea, but he never discouraged me because he saw me in flourishing in some other area. And he did the same thing to a lot of my friends. One of my friends is Jay, who must be speaking in a nearest future to you guys. So he always tapped my shoulder and said that, hey, you will really do a great work in the field of design. You write that exam and get into the IITs, get into triple IT and study there. And I have a closest bonding with him than other faculties because one of the reasons he stays in my neighborhood, in the same locality. The other thing is we have a lot of common things, but I mean, a part of the civil thing, he's kind of always being so much of motivated person, and irrespective of what the students' interests are. And he always used to say the knowledge is better, knowledge is most powerful than the marks. So I also used to believe the same thing, and I think I would take this opportunity. I would take this session as an opportunity to thank him. And of course, most of you guys may be thinking like, is it is he such a great person? But obviously, after you pass out, that time you realize what what is the importance of the faculty. Anything that any of you guys want to speak? Anything? If nothing, I can go forward. Uh, so thank you, sir, for whatever your beams.
Welcome, welcome, Pavan. Very good. Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, next, life after passed out. Yeah, this is one of the most interesting things, most what do you say, unknown things. We don't know what happens. If you get a campus placement, that's good. But if you do not get the campus placements and if you're out of your most comfort zone, I can say the people who love you the most is your faculty. not the industry at all. Though they don't say you on a daily basis, but one day they'll come and say you, hey, we don't need you. But faculty never does that. They'll give you the feedback on a day-to-day basis. They'll bear you patiently with immense patience, with immense love and affection, which is kind of absolutely absent in the industry. If you don't know how to mix a concrete plus cement, they'll say that, okay, bye, goodbye. But here it's not the case. So my 4 years went on happily. Most colorful life is my BTech life. But most of the people say that you have to pass out with the colors. But once I passed out, I found that there's no colors. It's all gray. It's all black and white. But most of the time, I find the colors in the college itself. On that note, yeah, this is what my situation after passed out. What to do? Because I know like I'm not very much good at civil engineering. I can do reasonably good, but industry is actually expecting much more from you. But obviously, for reasons I did not get through the gate, which is not my cup of tea. So I was in a kind of dilemma what to do, because 1 year of time is most precious after BTech. I have to think and I have to use it to the best of my abilities. So then one day I got a placement after 7 months after I passed out from CMRTC. And yeah, I would thank Madhav sir for that. So I passed out in June, I guess. I got this opportunity in December or Jan. I attended the interview and I cracked the interview. The company name is Cadeploy. So what happened is I was kind of by the time I actually returned my seed exam, which is common entrance exam for design, to get into the IITs. So in that episode, like in the while I was kind of expecting the results, say at that point of time I got this opportunity. So I told people, I told the HR that my interest is more into pursue my design education than working at Cadeploy. And they also gently, humbly accepted that. I don't know how many of you guys have actually uh, attended the interviews later on to this particular company. But again, I want to say what made me to select for this particular position at this company is not the marks that I've got, but the knowledge that I have in the subject of engineering drawing, because this company is more of into the CAD designs and all. So the 4 years, they did not check any of my subject knowledge. They checked only if I'm able to create a plan, if I'm able to do some plan on the paper using the paper. That is what they just checked. And I'm the only person who got this opportunity, though there were few people from CMR side, CMR IT, civil engineers also. I mean, those passed outs also have faced this interview, but I'm the only one who got this. So again, what I'm trying to say is put a goal, know your abilities, and try to see if you can flourish and if you can nurture the skill and just concentrate that. And that's what I can say, and that's what helped me so far. So, any questions? I mean, you can ask me, like, the students. Of course, like I always say this quote. BTech life is not happy days film. So there is a lot of things involved in it. It's not Shekhar Kamala's film, which goes in a lighter way. It's always good, and at the end also you will find the colors. It's not like that, and not everyone gets a job, and not everyone comes out with the flying colors, etc. You have to work every day, you have to learn every day. So one of the important points I would like to discuss today is learn every day, though it is for 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 1 hour, but don't stop learning. So it should be a continuous process. So don't say like, I don't want to learn anything for 6 days, but I'll work on a weekends. No, it doesn't work. So you have to learn every day, little bit, something or other, make some difference, gain some knowledge. And on that note, like, and go beyond the classroom, understand the things. And as I said, like, even I don't know like how I become a topper in strength of materials, but I used to have immense interest, incredible interest towards this particular SFD, BMDs, and because it was completely new for me, and it was so much imagination is there and so much interest, because like there are unknown forces which we don't see on a which we cannot see, but there are some forces which are actually making some structure to be stable. So these kind of be curious, this kind develop this kind of interest, and that is what like gives you the gives you the feeling that you're living every day. Don't just learn before the exam. That's what I can say. And I used to literally think that when this leaf spring or a helical spring, the topic comes up, I used to think like the same springs are being used in the railway wagons. So that kind of interests me. Like day to day, you are seeing something, and civil engineering is all about that. You can whatever you are learned, it doesn't. It's not like you don't see. You see every day while you are coming to by the bus, or while you are crossing through the bridge. Develop that kind of interest. Or if you don't feel like you don't have an interest, develop or try to realize what is your true interest is. Just just while coming to the college, you have 40 minutes commuting to the college. Think about it, what you can do, because most of the times we get the good thoughts while we are traveling, while we are looking at the window and staring outside the fields. If you're really interested in the fields, go and do the agriculture. That's fine. That's what I want to say. And yeah, job opportunities. Yeah, this is one of the thing I have come across. Yeah, sometimes the industry is crazy about these things. They want the people who are experienced of 40 years, but they want the people of the age 25 years. So it's an irony. It's an irony. And how can you bring the 40 years of experience though you're 25? You have to work really hard, do some projects, live projects. And being in civil engineering, like when I was pursuing, I literally used to take the mud and put the dumbbell, exercise dumbbell, and I used to see how the consolidation is happening, how the water comes out. And I used to really go through these canals where the surface tension of the water is so much, because the clean, not the canals or the stagnated water, where you see a lot of mosquitoes. So the mosquitoes cannot stay on the clean water, but they can stay on the stagnated water because the surface tension is more. That I mean, I used to imagine everything, and I used to correlate with the most interesting things around me with the kind of topics that I used to come across. Right. So if you can do something on your own, being in the college, maybe being a civil engineering, you construct a wall at your home with the basics and put that in your portfolio or put that in your projects. Hey, saying that, hey, I saved this much of money for my father and I constructed a wall. That really feels great when you go and face the interview. And and that is what I did. Like when I was studying my master's in design at IIIT, none of my batchmates have actually thought about the practical projects. and mostly we were doing the assignments, but I am the one who actually developed an application. I'm still developing an application with one of our juniors at CMRTC from CSE, whose name is Prashant. I know that guy because I used to talk to a lot of people other than the people from civil. And the bottom line is, if you like something and do it, put it in a practical way. Maybe do some bricks and come up with a specialized bricks and put it in your resume. That helps the people. That helps the people who actually scrutinize your resume. It's and the practical knowledge is more important. I mean, I think the CMRTC over the period of time has given the try to given us more practical knowledge. Uh, when when we were at CMRTC, we have actually gone to some geological the laboratory at Rajendra Nagar, and that is one of the important moments that we shared with all the people. And we had also gone actually inspect the outer ring road. That at that time, the outer ring road from that Medshell area, that outer ring road passing through the Medshell area is actually under construction. So we have actually gone there, and we I would actually have got an experience in going through the seminars at JNTU and several other places. And let me tell you frankly, if you go and attend the seminars or whatever these places, out of 100%, you gain only 10% per se. I don't think everyone can get the 100% of that, but the 10% whatever you have, that will be there with you. I can still remember how the fungus and the bacteria can fill the gaps in the walls. It's been like 8 years or 9 years since I've actually given a thought on the civil engineering, but that particular seminar told me that how a fungus or the bacteria can fill the gaps. There is some name I don't remember, and also I got uh, I got to learn like what is geosers, how it is being useful for the roads. It's not like you don't get 100%, but 10% or the 20%, whatever you get, you will learn the best. That is the most important knowledge. And our faculty also encouraged us to actually go and take the part in the seminars, irrespective of like how much you get or not, and get the contacts from them and just stay connected with them. Though I'm not in the civil engineering field, but I'm doing the same thing even till now in my own field. I gather the contacts. I try to be in contact with them. I stay hi, happy birthday, and or happy new year with them. So whenever there is an occasion, so that is how you grow, right? Like obviously you cannot do anything alone in this world. Opportunities comes through the connections. The connections only comes when you actually step out of your college, and or when they come to your college, make contact and keep in touch with them and see what they are doing. And that is how you can gain the experience in terms of soft skills, and also gather the lot of opportunities with, I mean, this is something I experienced and I got the fruits out of it. So, to be frank, in real, like job opportunities, uh, in civil engineering or in the design where I'm working or in the software, there are outnumber of jobs. There is no ambiguity or there is no second thought about it, but there is a competition. You should remember that where there are opportunities, there is a competition too. So, as I said here, like nothing comes easily except the corona and a few other things. So that's the thing. So don't wait. So learn every day and gather the opportunities and think about the competition and think where you fit in the competition, and don't think that luck works. Luck may or may not works, but that mostly happens in the films, but not in the real time. Hard work will always work. luck works, but we don't know when it works, when it doesn't work. So too much of headache to depend upon the luck. Okay. So as I said, do remember, like nothing comes easily except the virus and the flu diseases. Even though you don't do anything, it will just come and penetrate into your body. So that's the thing. Yeah, how to grab. The most important thing is how to grab the opportunities. Whether it could be a job opportunity, whether it could be a business opportunity, whether an attention from the people. Sometimes people like to grab the attention, like all these film personalities. How to grab this? One thing is you should have a little or decent knowledge over your communication skills or core skills. Firstly, to start with, the core skills are your basic skills. You should, as you are passing out, no one expects you to design a building or a structure from the second day onwards. When you go for the interview, they expect you to have a little knowledge or decent knowledge over your subject, whatever you run. So, for example, I have gone to this mega engineering for the interview when I was in final year. They asked me one simple question: what is the weight of the cement bag? So that's kind of practical questions you will be asked. They don't ask you the like what is the properties of Ennur sand, right? Ennur sand is widely used for the constructions. If I'm not wrong, it's Ennur sand, I guess. So they don't ask you such the difficult questions. So you should have a decent knowledge and you should have a attitude towards working every day once you join the job. And the other thing is the communication skills, where the civil engineers is lacking it. So I've seen a lot of people speaking, even some time back, some people have spoken about their experiences. What I really found is like the way the communication skills are, they're not up to the mark. If you have to win in this world, you should be having a really great communication skills. So never stop developing your communication skills, no matter where you are. But if you are not vocal about something, or if you are not able to convey what you have intended, obviously you'll be out of the queue, or you will be out of the vicinity of the people who can really flourish. So, and this is something which I'm having like 4 years of industry experience, and prior to that, I had actually gone to several colleges for the fest and all this. Like when I was in college in CMR, I've actually be one of the few people who used to continuously go to the fest. This, whether it may be a bits or whether it may be a IIST, I actually gone to Trivandrum just to participate in the fest. So what these kind of opportunities tells you is how to actually communicate to the people, and how do you, and that too, you don't find the people from the same language. So obviously you have to know how to speak with them and how to get the things done, and eventually they are helpful. Obviously when you are in the college within the four walls, you don't get a scope to actually gain the communication skills because most of them are your friends or enemies. Obviously, with enemies, you don't speak, but obviously, with the friends, you need not to be well mannered in terms of speaking, but go out and participate. And I was like continuously 3 times. I won the first prize in Bits Pilani, Hyderabad, in painting competition. Hello, is anyone
Yes,
talking?
yes. No,
Yeah. So, yeah, communications is important, or else, see, lifelong you cannot be at the site, right? Obviously, you have to grow to the site in charge, then the manager, the general manager, MD, so and so. So, the more you go up, the more you have to convince people, particularly in civil. So, the communications is the skills is a key. I'm not talking about the English skills. I'm talking about the communication skills. whether it could be Telugu or Hindi or English, which where I'm lagging, where this usually these engineering students lag. So that's what I want you guys to concentrate more on. And again, as I said, like it is okay to learn less every day and don't stop learning. Learn from anything, and think more than just following something. And I mean, one of the faculties we had, I don't want to name, or one of the students' friends. I mean, one of my friends at the college, into CMR. So on Monday, what happened is on last day of the exam, some exam in some semester. So we got this form to fill the rating, to give the rating of the faculty. So one of my friends is actually giving 5 out of 5 to every faculty. So I was kind of like, why are you giving, dude? Like, if 5 out of 5 is there, like they must be in IIT, not in CMR, right? So it's not like whatever faculty said is correct. Don't get intimidated by the faculty. Don't get intimidated by the marks that they give internally for internal marks. Just question, like just think, like, are they really good at? Are they really good? And PPT is one of the ways to actually tell students about any topic. This is one of the effective mediums. But back in those days when I was at the college, most of them used to draw on the blackboard or on the green board. I insisted one of the faculties, so she's not there now. I mean, I kind of given a suggestion, but she took it as like a um, something else. Like she said, like don't insist us, just give a preference. But nowadays, like everyone is going is using this media. So it's like you should go beyond and explore what how things are happening in other colleges also, and also suggest the same thing to your faculty, and have a thought on everything, good or bad, but have a thought. Don't just follow blindly, not even me. In every aspect, just think. Like you can just uh, ask the people, like, why 1:3:6 ratio, why can't be something else? Then faculty also feel like you're thinking something. If you're just following something, obviously in this world you cannot be curious. And if you're not curious, you cannot grab the opportunity, because there are a lot of opportunities. People just take them because out of curiosity. They're curious about what is happening in Dubai, and it helps you in getting that job in Dubai or somewhere else. Or maybe, like as I said, like somebody was curious about how this fungus works, and that's how they come up with, they end up developing some process of filling the gaps using the fungus and the bacteria. So be curious. Don't stop questioning. So no, people say, or the faculty sometimes, some faculty do come across and say that, hey, you should not question us, don't waste our time. If you can't waste your time or their time in the future, obviously there is 70 years of time. When do you learn? Right? Like, stop questioning me if there is anything wrong or anything you have in this particular session. I would love to hear the questions. Most of the times, the famous all these people like Thomas Alva Edison, or the greatest people like the Newton, he questioned himself why the apple hasn't gone up. That is how you develop, right? I mean, that is kind of where we lag at questioning some things. We just follow. So don't follow, stop and think and question. So I hope you guys do questioning, do have a thought on something, do have an opinion on something, and do have a learning, an attitude towards learning, bits and pieces, but don't stop learning. Yeah, coming to my things, life at Triple IT. So, sorry, life at CMR. So, yeah, this is the luckily had a smartphone even then. So yeah, this is some of the moments that I share, that I'm very happy about it. though I look very thin and not very handsome, but those days really make me remember what a wonderful days. So these are my friends at my at college, and you can see all these faces. Some of them are smiling, even they are getting scoldings from the faculty. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, who will scold us if not faculty? Think in that way. Don't be so serious about them. Like they scold. Obviously, who else will scold, right? Think about that. And yeah, he's one of the faculties at that time called Srinivas. Our HOD sir knows him very well. Yeah, this is I think this is geotech lab or something. And yeah, so he wanted us to take. This faculty wanted me to take the photograph. I did not understand back then, but now when I see like all of them are married and a couple of them are having kids also, but see like how embarrassing these are, but still these are the great memories. So a part of learning, try to make memories. Just don't be serious about anything, like just keep having memories. And let me tell you guys, once you join in the industry or in civil field, you hardly find memories. Like you mostly find the concrete, but you hardly find memories. So that's the thing. And this is one of the recent photographs that I uh, got. I am kind of lucky or privileged to meet these people again and again. So left side on the photograph, these are my friends from the class. And the right side, one of my closest friends called Jay. So, and obviously our HOD is also there. Yeah, we both are like one of the closest or the good students. I don't know how we good are in uh, the perception of our HOD. I must tell you, like I'm not in contact with any of my faculties then, except our sir, because most of the people have come and gone, and they did not make really great impression on us. But this particular person had like had a huge influence on me in terms of getting the knowledge, in terms of like how serious you should be about your studies, and how I mean he's still pursuing PhD. It's kind of like whenever we meet, we mostly talk about thesis and the PhD and stuff. So yeah, in a way, I get to meet wonderful people. I mean, engineering life is not about the Bansal book or that book or this book. It's also about your faculties. So you should respect as much as you respect the authors of these books and keep learning. And that's what I want to conclude with. And this is where you can actually be in contact with me, whether on Instagram or LinkedIn. I don't know what's the time now. It's close to
Pavan?
2.
Yes,
Yeah.
Pavan.
Yep.
Okay, thank you, thank you. I want to share two, three, just 1 or 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure, sir.
Once again, I am very thankful there because a lot of memories are with me. Actually, I tried that photo. You got that photo yesterday. Last I tried that marriage something, the marriage photo. No, that one when we attended
Yeah, Jeremiah's
Jeremiah's marriage. Yes,
marriage,
okay.
yes.
Anyway, Siddhartha. Hello.
Sir.
So shall I just 2 minutes? Okay, then we
Okay.
can conclude. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So listen, all of you, my dear students. Actually, the Pavan is the first batch student. So when I joined here in 2012, June 25th, they are in the final years. They are all
Yeah,
in the final year
yes.
students. So I had only maximum 6 months interaction. Only 6 months. Within these 6 months, we have given two elective subjects. It's a great challenging in that time in our college also. That time even earthquake engineering also elective subject. First time introduced in the JNTU. We in our department only that chosen as elective. Not only earthquake engineering and finite element method also. So in one branch o- only for 60 students, 2 electives I have given. That's a challenging job. Even I got number of suggestions. Don't take electives, so results may come down. So there is a lot of things from different persons, from higher authority also. But it's a very challenging to me. At the same time, this first batch, within the 6 months, we have a lot of things to share. Not only that one, they did a very good projects till now. Till now, not yet opened that books. So if I take not only Pavan, actually I have given the first session seed. I know seed in 1995 itself. That time nobody, only little. Those who completed BARC and MARC, they will try to the seed, getting to the seed job, seed that common entrance examination for
Examination.
designs.
Yeah.
Actually, I tried my level best in 1995, but because of some reasons I did not get very less seats. So after this time, and where is 1995? Where is 2000? Around 11 or 12, I think.
13.
10. So Pavan came. Actually, he neglected, even he got gate and gate rank also. See, my suggestion always is getting the knowledge is most important, not the certificate. In the first day I explained you first alumni meeting and second alumni meeting. Even Prasanna also, a number of times she came. That guy came to for the suggestions. My suggestion is only getting the knowledge is most important. Getting the knowledge. All these first batch is always with me, even at home, even at room, even in the college. We have done lot of things. So if you see that photo, Jay is there, Jay Krishna.
Jay
Actually, he
Chandra sir.
did Jay Chandra is Jay. He has done his main project is retaining walls. Till now, no one has done that project even in the PhD and MTech also. Only BTech student he has done that. Only one person he has done, single person. So that is the uh, interest of that students that time. They inspired like anything. Almost all 12 projects are now. Yesterday, Pavan, to be frank, yesterday I referred that book to send the papers also. Till now, there is a one doubt. No one has cleared, even IIT, geotech professors also. Like we have done like such a subjects. So my suggestion is first you should know something from the textbooks. First read the textbooks and then go for the counseling. And counseling also, number of counselors are not good also. Good counselor is most important. Nowadays the most dangerous thing is everybody is okay. Establishments are there, colleges are there. Yesterday morning we discussed very student. That is the my question. Really, it is wonderful thing. Colleges are there, IITs are there, universities are there. Now where is the student? So when I joined here in the 2012, the first I got a question from our management. Sir, this is the situation. What you want to do? Only I answered only one thing. Sir, the renovation is very tough. Reconstruction and new construction building is very easy, but the renovation is very tough. I taken as a challenge. I renovated and reconstructed the department with this batch only. Lot of memories are there with this batch. Maximum I used to take almost all subjects with this also. So when I came here, so I am very happy, and it's a pleasure to me, it's a privilege to me to be a teacher to that batch also. So and once again, I am very thankful for we'll meet at housing board within a week. Okay, so I am there only. We can meet at any time. Okay,
Yeah.
right? All
And
right.
I also
God
thank
bless you.
everyone who is listening patiently,
Hmm.
and all the people who have immense patience listening to me for last 45 minutes. So if you have any queries or anything, like you can just ping me on WhatsApp or Instagram. So the same name, you can type it on Instagram and you can just follow me there, and or also on LinkedIn. I'm available, and have a great time and do enjoy your BTech life. And sadly, you are not enjoying because of the corona situation. You're not getting a chance to actually go to the college, which is saddest thing. But yeah, whatever time you get, enjoy as much as you can, learn as much as you can, and be curious and have a great friends. Thanks. Thanks once again.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Pavan. Right.
Yeah, thank you, Pavan. Our many thanks to Mr. Pavan for accepting to be the speaker for today's session. And thank you all for participating in this session. Thank you.
Right.
Right.
Bye, Pavan. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Right.